Okay, but talk a little bit about what Diane's here for, or let Diane talk a little bit about what she's here for.
I have been so excited about this day because I had talked to Eva about meeting up with Diane on this radio show today, and we've been talking for about, what, a good 20 minutes, Diane?
Yeah.
Super excited. She's a medium. And I honestly, Kevin, didn't know the difference between a psychic and a medium. So can you explain that to everybody, Diane?
I sure can. The difference is I don't predict the future. It comes to me, it comes through spirit, and whatever spirit tells me is what I give you the information. So I don't consider myself a psychic because I'm not a fortune teller.
You basically, you're not asking me a bunch of questions, digging
Right.
information from me.
Right.
You do it totally off of what comes to you,
Yes.
what's spiritual, what you feel.
Exactly.
So it's a lot different, and I think a lot of people are a little bit skeptical because
Right.
of the fact that there are, like me, you, and Eva were talking about, a lot of fakes.
Exactly.
And you don't want, and that's one of the reasons why it took you a while to even do this for a long time. You've always had it in you.
I was
but
born with it, yes.
You were born with it. It took you a long time to even, because people were so skeptical. Because there were so many fakes.
It's always been
right.
kind of taboo. You know, it's like makes people look at you like, what?
A lot of people just automatically think negative, and they automatically think that that is a psychic. So,
Right.
folks, two totally different things.
And I do not use like tarot cards, crystal balls. I don't
Right.
get my information from stuff like that. It comes natural. It just comes to me.
All natural.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, let's hear. Do you got anything right now?
Ah.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I do. As a matter of fact, for you, I start getting information before like it just comes to me. I kind of just meditate a little bit and it just comes
Yeah.
natural. I do feel when I feel to the left, it's usually female, mother side, right, male, that way. If I feel towards the middle, it's a friend. With you, I'm definitely pulled to the left, which would be mother side. And I do feel like a grandfather. Your grandfather is crossed over.
Yeah.
Your mother's father.
My mother's father crossed over before, when I was very
Yeah,
young.
he's been gone quite a while.
Right.
He's been gone quite a while. And with him is another gentleman that is on your mother's side. And this guy wants to salute. He keeps saluting. Like, my husband was in the Marine Corps, and this guy salutes.
That's my Uncle Mike.
He keeps saluting me, and he is attached to your mother. They're very much around you, but they're very much around your mother, too. Like, your grandfather protects your mother a lot.
That's what my mom always said.
And then I do feel the number 4, like there's 4 children. And I don't know if you're one of 4.
I'm one of 4.
Is there 3 girls and 1 boy?
Yes.
And with a lot coming from your mother's side. Then they show me a split. And when I see a split, that means, are your parents separated? Or
Correct.
divorced?
Yes.
Okay. So he's showing, and this is coming from your grandfather. So he's the first one to come in to let me know all this information. So he wants you to know he's doing fine. He wants you, especially his daughter.
Oh.
He wants. Does she have
I
a
hope
sister?
my mom's listening
Does she
right
have a
now, 'cause that's
sister?
the
Does your mother
coolest
have a
thing.
sister?
She does. She has 2 sisters, Monica and
One in
Ellen.
particular one he's pointing out. What is he saying? There's one in particular sister. I don't know if she's older than your mother. Does your mother have an older
Yes,
sister?
yes.
That took care of her a lot or did
Yes.
a lot?
Yes.
Okay, because he's referring to that sister that he wants to thank her.
Okay.
She must have taken over when he crossed over, helped out a lot
Yep.
in the family.
That would be my Aunt Monica, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he wants you to know that he's in a good place and he's happy and he is around you.
That's so cool.
And as far as your uncle, that would be your mother's brother?
That's my mom's brother, yeah.
Was he in the military?
Yes.
Because he keeps saluting, and he's been saluting me since last night. And I'm like, why does this man keep saluting? Well, my husband was in the Marine Corps, so I kind of put that in. He must have been in the military.
He was in the Army. Yes. He was in Vietnam.
Yeah, it was because he actually fought. I mean, he was
Right.
while there was
Yeah.
action going on.
It ultimately killed him. Just Agent Orange and everything else
Yeah.
that came from Vietnam.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's
My favorite uncle. And I was, honestly, when you were coming in, the biggest thing I thought
we were
about was
hoping
my...
for him to come
yeah.
through. Yeah, and that's what's funny because usually they do the one. At first, people go, "Well, I didn't really want great grandpa or grandpa," but somebody starts it out the strongest one,
Right.
and then they
That would
bring
be
in,
my grandpa,
then they
from what
bring
I
in
hear.
Others, yeah,
Right.
yeah, he's a very nice man.
They're all
He really
wonderful.
is.
I mean, have you met me? Of course I got a wonderful family. I'm just kidding.
Now 92.1 FM, and we are talking with Diane Doyle, who is a medium. And Jen, how are you feeling right now?
I'm impressed. I was hoping that somewhere my Uncle Mike would come in at some point. It's just my favorite person in the entire world. So really cool. Kind of emotional. A little bit.
A little bit. And Diane, now you've got a show coming up, don't you?
Yes,
And where's that going to be?
that is at the Natural Connection Health Store and Coffee Shop in Toma,
Okay, and when's the show going to take place?
August 7th.
So coming up in a little over a week or so from now.
Yeah.
And how can people find out more information about it?
They can go to my Facebook page, Diane Doyle Medium, or they can go to my my blog,
Website?
my website. Yeah, I have a website, and I have a Twitter.
Oh, you got everything.
And I don't know how I got all this because it's happening too quick, too fast. Because I've been only doing this public for 3 or 4 months. So
Well, I know everyone can't see her right now, but just listening to her, and honestly, such a genuine person.
Thank you.
You're a beautiful person.
Thank you.
Just love it. Love spending time with you. And do you have your website information in case anybody wants to look you up or contact you in any way?
yes, I do. It's Medium Diane Doyle.
All right, pretty easy. .com.
Yep.
MediumDianeDoyle.com if
And you
need-
can like me on Facebook.
or follow her on
Diane
Twitter.
Doyle. Yep, Diane Doyle me or Twitter. Yes.
She's on everything.
Okay, so once again, the show is coming up in Toma, right, on August 7th.
Yep. And then I have another one coming up in Baraboo at the Ringling Brothers Mansion.
Okay, and that is coming up. You can find that information on your
All
website
that,
and on your
yep,
Facebook page.
mhm. And you can buy tickets online.
Okay, so those are easy ways to, if anybody is interested, like I said, you just did a little, and you've only talked to Jen just a
Right.
little bit, so it's not like this was all set up ahead of time and she
No, I
told you,
just met her.
you know,
Just-
she told
she
you
was
stuff
just-
about her story and things like that.
Right. I did.
That good point to bring up, Kevin. We just met.
Yeah.
You know, that's where, you know, people would think that, well, they knew ahead of time what they were going to do and everything, and I'll tell you, no. Jen talked to her a little bit just to find out information about you and the shows that are coming up, so we can talk about that, but that's about it. So
Yeah.
it's, if people, you know, believe it, if they don't believe it, either or,
Right.
but will just say here, just sitting here and watching it happen, it wasn't anything fabricated or faked about it.
Yeah, and the thing is, when I have more time, and if we were to be in an actual reading that I do private, it's more detailed, more information. It's a lot deeper.
Well, we
There's
still
a
got
lot
more time, Diane.
we can also.
I need
meet
Uncle Mike
afterwards.
back.
Okay, we're going to take a break here and be back with more here on Now 92.1 FM. Live, your Hooter Bowl time is 8:47, 76 degrees. We're not going to do the morning mind teaser this morning. We're going to talk more with Diane Doyle coming up, and we'll do that next. Up in Toma next week, and then you've got one coming up in Baraboo soon, and they can
Yes.
find out by following you on Facebook or going to your website too, which is Medium Diane Doyle, right?
Yes.
.com.
Kevin, good memory. He's not even looking at paper, people.
Yes, I was. I can read it upside down.
Well, then he's good in that way, too. Just kind of a jack of all trades.
Okay, so if you're listening in, you heard Diane talk about Jen and some of the members that have come through to you. But you say that there are some here for me also.
Absolutely. And I wasn't expecting that because I thought it would just be one person I'd be reading, but you have a male around you to the right, so that would be father's side. And this is, I believe, is your father coming through. Is your father crossed over?
Yes, he crossed over about a year after I was born. So I don't know my
That must
father.
be why he's so strong, because when I walked in, I don't know if you noticed, I kept looking at him. I couldn't help it, but your father is here. And he's around you and very loving, and he's very proud of you. He wants you to know he's very proud and sees what you're doing. Very proud. He died fast. It was like a fast in the end. It was fast.
It was.
It was a fast death.
I guess,
in the end.
put it this way, Mom had the choice of either keeping him alive as a vegetable or pulling the
He
plug,
went
and
fast,
she pulled the plug.
and
Yeah.
he went fast. It was just because he wasn't there. He said, I wasn't there, so
Yeah.
she did the right thing.
Right.
But he really truly wants you to know he watches you, he sees what you do, he's proud of you. You have children.
I have children, yes.
And he just brought that up. Did you see how?
Yeah, it's just kind of
He wants to let you know, is one of your children named after him, or someone's named after him?
My son, Ben, his middle name is my dad's
your
name.
dad's. Okay,
Yes.
he's telling me that to let you know. He's so proud. You have no idea. He's such a very kind man. A lot like you. He's a lot like you.
Now you're mentioning, you said the number 3 was coming through.
Yes, number 3.
And like when you mentioned the number 4 for Jen, you mentioned, she's got 4 siblings. Well, with me, the only thing I can think of with the number 3 is I was born on the 3rd, so that my birthday comes up next week, Jen, so you can plan on getting me a present.
That's crazy. That's so good.
So
So
that's-
that's his way of
I'll
saying
probably
happy birthday to you.
That's about the only thing I
Yes.
can think of where
Yeah,
3 would come in right now.
absolutely, because that would be his way of saying happy birthday to you, that you have this coming up, and it's perfect timing. What better birthday gift
Right.
than to know your father's with you and he loves you
I
and
think
he's proud of you.
that's the coolest thing in the world. Like, I get more excited about his than my own. That's so neat.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
No, I wasn't expecting that. And again,
I wasn't
But-
expecting it either.
25 minutes ago was the first time I actually was talking with you, so she knew nothing about
Nothing.
me
No,
and,
I didn't
and
know.
anything at all.
No.
He was busy working. I was out there doing
Just like-
jabbermouth Jen.
Just like you normally do. I'm busy working while you're all,
But the minute I looked
I'm
at
gonna
you,
knock him out
it
one
was,
day.
The minute I looked over at you when I walked in here to do this, I was so drawn to him to the right. And yours was so strong. Yours was strong, but his was stronger
Yeah,
because it
I could
is your
tell.
father
Yeah.
and your birthday's coming up. And he just, it's a joy for him to be able to communicate with you this way. That's what this is all about. It's not about the money. It's not about anything. It's about healing and knowing that your loved ones never leave you. They're always around. Energy can't be destroyed.
Maybe you never actually did bring up your dad. Maybe I just
No,
thought
I
you
don't.
did.
I don't
Then
think I ever did talk to you
it.
about talking to you about
When
your
it,
dad.
when after a while, I'm like, no, I don't think you ever have.
No.
So it's probably kind of a touchy, obviously a touchy.
It's interesting.
It,
Yes.
it really took him off guard. I could tell.
Yeah.
It really surprised you that he came through. But you were wondering, weren't you, if
I
he
guess
would?
I guess I sort of figured if anybody was going to come through, I would have wanted my mom to come through.
But you know, but your dad.
But I was surprised that
But your father, you were younger.
yes.
Do you understand? So you didn't get that connection, the bond.
Kind of like with me and my
Right,
grandpa, you
right.
brought him up.
You didn't get the bond with your father like you did your mother, so your father really needed you to know how proud he is of you.
That's interesting. I mean, it really is.
Hmm.
That's cool.
I would love to do a session with you, just one-on-one sometime if you want, when we're not on air, because there's so much more. You know, there's so much more.
I can see that she feels it definitely because
There's a
her
lot.
focus, there's a lot of energy over there. Well,
It's- Do you feel it's cooler in here?
that's good. I don't have a lot of people floating around me then, right?
It's not that they float around you. It's just that they're always with you, like when you need them,
Right.
and they watch. Do you ever have strange things just happen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're thinking about them and maybe something will happen. That's them. It really,
We've-
truly is.
We've had that happen. In fact, in my family, especially with a couple of my older sisters, it's a cardinal that appears.
Oh, that's
And
a very
that's
good one.
that's
Yes.
with we've attributed that to my mom,
Yes.
and even her mom.
Yep.
So that's happened in our family.
Yes. Well, this one reading I was doing was a private. It was a married couple, and they had their son had crossed over, and came through, and there was a red bird in the garage, and I just told him he's giving them signs. He's giving them signs. What are the odds that you have a cardinal red bird in your garage? And the father was trying to get this bird out with a. I said, no, that's your son trying to let you know he's there. He was trapped in the garage. I'm like, no, don't chase him away.
Don't hit him with the broomstick.
And he goes, oh, they felt so bad afterwards. But that's their way of coming through.
We're talking with Diane Doyle here on Now 92.1 FM. Okay, so you got the show next Friday in Toma.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got one coming up in Baraboo. How can somebody schedule a private reading
Absolutely,
with you?
I do a lot of privates. They can either go on my Facebook and message me. They can call me. I have a number on there. They can also go on my website. So, many ways.
So if they come see you at either one of these next upcoming shows and are moved that they want to do a private reading with you,
Yes.
they can get a hold of you a couple of different ways. So
Yes.
so somebody can take this the next step.
Yeah, yep.
She lives in Boston.
I believe it was last month I had 3 days that I didn't have any readings. I did that many privates.
Oh, okay.
The privates are good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I think it's more personal,
Mhm.
more. I would prefer it that way. Obviously, over the radio is fun. All the emotions came out, which was real, which is cool. I mean, that's just it doesn't get any more real than that. But I think private people just feel obviously more comfortable with. And you're right here in Boston, correct?
Right. What are the odds?
I know. Nice.
Such a big
She's
town.
just a step away, Kev. Maybe we should go for lunch.
Yeah. We could go out to the
I feel like she's got a lot more to tell
I
us.
do. That's the thing. I do, but we don't have the time.
Right.
They
Right.
walk me through your home, and you'll be like, how could she know what my home looked like? And they do. How many bedrooms? It's like,
That's cool.
it's crazy for me because I'm peeking in people's homes right now.
It is very interesting. So if somebody wants to find out more, they can Facebook you. They can go on your website. And your next show, once again, in Toma on Friday, August 7th. And ticket information is available on your website and on your Facebook also.
MediumDianeDoyle.com. Also, she's right here in Boston.
So,
And Facebook.
So
And
it's-
don't be scared to hit like.
Oh, like her. like her.
Have you all liked me in on
I
Facebook?
love you. I've only known you for a little bit, and you're so genuine.
Thank you. Thank
Awesome.
you.
okay, Diane, well, thank you for taking time to come talk with us. And
great.
once again, if people want to find out more about the upcoming shows and any private readings, MediumDianeDoyle.com, or search for her on Facebook, like her on Facebook, and find all of the information.
And you have a happy birthday.
Well, thank you, Diane.
Welcome.
It is 8:57.